How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of Trillium up in this piece. A little bit of Wild Ale Trillium. Is this the first Wild Ale that I've had from Trillium? Like, I don't want to say sour, because I've had a bunch of sour stuff from them, but just a small, petite, little low ABV Wild Ale. Not a lot of weirdness going on. It might be, actually. This is their Dogtooth Violet American Wild Ale. This comes courtesy of my boy, Brad. We met up for beers in real life. It's been quite some time. And he dropped a bunch of beers off for me. This be one of them. Thank you very much, brother. It gives me a reason to break out my fancy Trillium glass that I rarely ever use. Let's dive into this sucker and see what's what. The bottle dating on this is October 2018. So, you know, about time of filming, about 9 months in. Let's fill this whole glass up. Stop there, leave a little bit on the bottom. Label-wise, it's classic Trillium stylings. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I mean, their labeling is some of the best in the business. And as far as the beer goes, I mean, that is what we call aggressive carbonation. Yeah, just super explosive, aggressive carbonation in this slightly hazy, soft, kind of golden glow, what you'd expect from a beautiful, kind of hazy, kind of farmhouse wild ale. White as white could be had, but man, that carbonation is so aggressive on this. Like, it's crazy. That's like champagne plus level carbonation. It's as aggressive as champagne carbonation, but there's more of it. Yeah, that's an aggressive looking carbonation. How many times can I say that? Anyway, but she looks pretty. Very, very, very pretty. Let's see if we get a nose. I mean, it is... We're talking about a Dogtooth Violet here. They're talking about flowers. It definitely has this big kind of floral component to it. I don't think that's a flower addition. I just think that's the way the yeast kind of plays, that wild yeast kind of plays. It's definitely a decent dose of, like, Brett floating around there at multiple different levels. I'm getting, like, a funkiness. I'm getting a dirtiness. I'm getting a little bit of citrus in there. I don't know what kind of hops they used in this. Hopefully they use something traditional, aged hops or something along those lines. But it smells nice. There's a soft bittering. There's a tartness to it that I don't know if it's going to broach acidity. Sometimes you get this tartness and it ends up being this kind of neutral, belongs inside of you kind of thing that I like so much on these kind of little petite wild jammers. I mean, it's 6'5". It's not really all that petite, but petite enough. A lot of people do bigger ones. But she has this kind of tart peach skin orchardness to it that I don't know if it's going to get overly acidic until I taste it. But she smells pretty. It smells like a beautifully well done, young-ish wild ale. There's a little bit of sharp edges to it, nothing too soft. Let's just dive in. Cheers. That's good. Yeah, it's definitely not acidic. There's a little, tiny, little tinge of acidity there, but it's not acidic. Most of it's just this tart, not overly tart either. It's not like cheek puckering kind of tartness, but there's this tart, just prick of that acidity, and it really just releases into this kind of organic, yeast-driven fruitiness. It's all that kind of peach orchard, soft citrus notes, but it's really just a peach orchardy kind of, and when I say peach orchard, I literally mean if you were walking through a peach orchard, you get that kind of smell where you get all the flora and fauna of the leaves, the trees, the flowers, the fruits, the whole nine kind of hits you, rather than actually eating a peach itself. It has that kind of stone fruit thing going on with it, with the soft little citrus on the other end of things. It actually kind of starts to verge a little bit more into kind of pineapple the more I think about it than just base citrus. The nose kind of gives you this kind of, we might get kind of crazy here with acidity, never delivers, so it's a fun kind of back and forth between those two. I mean, what is this beer for me? Because that's what this channel is all about, is what the beer is for me and what I think about it and what I like it. This is like a double. Like, you have your IPAs, you have your double IPAs. This is like a double version of the Petite Saison I was talking about earlier. You know, those 3-4% Saisons that I love so much, whether it be from Fox Farm, whether it be from Side Project, whether it be even homebrew level stuff from my boy Neil up there from Gilded Skull. It's like that beer, but a doubled version, a bigger version of that. And I don't necessarily mean to say, okay, it's just a higher ABV version of it. It has all those welcoming points of a table beer. of the way that kind of fruitiness comes off from that from the yeastiness. This nice kind of softness in the mouthfeel, while it's having this soft little kind of like allusion to being tart, but not really. But everything's just a little bit bigger. It doesn't taste like a saison. It doesn't taste like a just a farmhouse sour kind of thing, or just a farmhouse beer in general. Sure, it does, because it's in that kind of vein of beer. It just has a very much petite saison table beer kind of vibe to it, and a little bit beefier kind of shell that comes off in the taste in a very, very welcoming, very, very pretty way. Yeah. I could drink 75,000 of these. Anyway, let's talk about this beer. This is one of the better wild ales that I've had. Blank. Doing, plain, simple, to the what's the word I'm looking for? Get straight to the whatever of it. Man, words are hard today. Yes, it is. It's just absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's what I wanted from this kind of first experience into this just kind of plain Jane, no fuckduggery kind of wild ale thing from Trillium. But I didn't think I was going to get there because, I don't know, I thought they'd grow into it a little bit. But they're already hitting their strides. Let's put it that way. Value and availability, I think this was $2.50. So you're talking about a 4-pack of this is $10. It can't be 200. Where did somebody told me? I don't know where I heard $2.50 for this. If that's $2.50, then you can get the fuck out of here. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. I mean, if you like basically the breweries that I kind of mentioned, Jester King, Side Project, Fox Farm, their kind of farmhousey mixed culture programs. There you go. That good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you very much again, Brad, for dropping this on me. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers, if you want to check Matt doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. Want to check Matt doing the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of Trillium right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.